Chosen one, listen closely. You did not stumble upon this message. You were drawn here, not by chance, but by a whisper from heaven, a pull on your spirit that no one else could hear but you. This is not ordinary. This is not human. This is a divine interruption, a sacred call reaching into the quiet chambers of your soul. You have awakened. You see differently now. But along with that awakening came something no one warned you about. Your fire is gone. The things that once stirred your heart, the plans, the dreams, the ambitions, they no longer move you. It's not that you gave up, it's that something deeper inside you knows. It was never real to begin with. And that truth, that holy disruption, has left you staring into a space that feels empty. But hear me, that emptiness is not your downfall, it is your deliverance. You are not losing yourself, you are being rescued from the false self, the self the world built around fear and performance. God is removing the cloak that never truly fit you. The titles, the expectations, the striving, the endless proving, none of it belonged to you. And now that you've awakened, you can't carry them anymore. You're not weak, you're being refined. You're not lost, you're being redefined by heaven itself. You are walking into a sacred silence. What you're feeling is not failure, it's holy space. The void, the pause between who you were and who you were always meant to be. It is not comfortable, it is not familiar, and yet it is divinely designed. Only the chosen are allowed to walk here. This is not a punishment, it is a preparation, a stripping down so that the voice of God can rise within you. Not the voice of ego, not the voice of fear, but the quiet authority of heaven itself. The world taught you to move fast, to stay busy, to chase meaning through achievement. But heaven is slowing you down. The fire you lost was never your real power. That fire burned from the fuel of pressure, fear, and survival. And now God is showing you another kind of fire. One that doesn't scream, but burns eternal. One that doesn't come from the outside, but rises from within. You're not being asked to go back. You're being invited to go deeper. The rules have changed. The race is over. There is nothing left to prove. Heaven isn't asking you to become someone. It's asking you to remember who you already are. You are chosen. You are enough. You are holy ground. So don't panic. Don't rush. Don't fill the silence. Let the silence fill you. Let the old engine die so that the true source can come alive in you. In this stillness, in this sacred disorientation, God is speaking, not with commands, but with invitations, not with pressure, but with peace, not with thunder, but with a whisper that only the truly awakened can hear. Chosen one, do not fear this in-between. You are not stuck. You are sacredly paused, and soon, sooner than you think, the voice of your soul will rise. The purpose you thought you lost will reappear, not as pressure, but as presence, not as ambition, but as alignment. You will move again. You will act again, but not because you are pushed, because you are pulled by truth, by love, by heaven itself. And when that time comes, you won't be chasing meaning anymore. You will be living it, because you are the meaning. You are the message. You are the purpose. You have not lost anything, beloved. What you are feeling is not a collapse, it is a cleansing. God is not stripping you down to leave you empty. He is delivering you from the illusion that ever told you you were not enough. The world trained you to chase worth like it was something outside of you. It said you had to succeed to be seen, to achieve in order to matter. to perform in order to be loved. But the truth from heaven has never changed. You were already enough the moment breath entered your lungs. Not because of what you've done, not because of who approved of you, but because the one who formed you never made a mistake. You don't have to earn your way to worthiness. You were born in it. Those old motivations, the need to impress, to prove, to outrun the shame, they were never holy fuel. They were chains, dressed in ambition, fear disguised as drive. And now that you've awakened, you can feel it, you can see it, you can no longer move forward in a lie. That's not weakness, that's sacred discernment. God is not punishing you by removing your drive. He is protecting you from a life built on illusion, from a path that was never truly yours. The emptiness is not loss, it's clarity. It's the voice of heaven breaking the spell. Where you are now may feel like confusion, like darkness, like a sudden stop in the middle of your journey. But in the eyes of eternity, this moment is not a void. It is consecrated ground. You are not being buried, you are being planted. This pause, this unfamiliar space is not a place of failure, it is a divine threshold. You have entered the holy space between identities. You are no longer who you were, but you've not yet fully become who you were created to be. And that space, the sacred in between, is not given to everyone. It is reserved for those heaven has marked, for the called, for the chosen, for you. God is clearing away the noise so that you can finally hear his whisper. He is dismantling the throne of your ego so that your soul can finally rise. This transition is not meaningless. It is the beginning of something eternal, something true. You are walking through fire, yes, but not to be destroyed, to be made holy, to be made whole, to be made ready. This space where everything feels undone is not your ending, it is your altar. Heaven is still speaking, and this is only the beginning. The new motivation that is rising in you will not come wrapped in pressure or performance. It will not roar like the ambitions of the past, forged in fear and lit by comparison. God does not push you like the world does. He does not crack a whip over your back demanding productivity and applause. No, he draws you gently, quietly through the flow of the Holy Spirit. Where the world screams, heaven whispers. Where the world demands results, the Spirit offers rest. This new movement within you is not loud, but it is unmistakable. It does not seek the spotlight. It does not need recognition. It flows not from ego, but from surrender. It is born not of striving, but of stillness. When heaven moves you, it does so with peace. You will not be pressured to go faster, harder, higher. You will be invited to go deeper, to move in rhythm with the presence of God, not the expectations of man. And this kind of motion, the kind that flows from truth, obedience, and the gentle nudge of the Spirit, it may seem slower, quieter, even invisible to others, but it is eternal, it is pure, and it will never leave you empty. If you're searching for the way forward, don't look for fireworks or frenzy. Don't chase adrenaline or approval. Instead, look for peace. Follow what softens your soul, not what stirs your panic. Pay attention to the spaces where your breath slows, where your heart calms, where you feel most like yourself. Not the version trying to be enough, but the version resting in the fact that you already are. The Spirit of God leaves fingerprints of stillness. The path of heaven is marked not by pressure, but by presence. If something quiets your mind, if it deepens your compassion, if it stirs your spirit to kindness, mercy, and truth, follow it. That is the compass of the Holy Spirit. That is the whisper you've been waiting to hear. Don't ignore the gentle pull just because it doesn't sound like the world. The footsteps of God do not stomp, they glide. And every time you choose peace over performance, you are stepping more fully into who you were created to be. You are not lost. You are being led by a hand that does not force but faithfully guides. Let peace be your map. Let stillness be your answer, and you will not miss your way. You were never meant to spend your life trying to become someone. God is not asking you to strive toward worthiness. He is calling you to remember that you already are. You are already chosen. You are already loved. You are already whole. Heaven did not create you as a project, it created you as a reflection. As C.S. Lewis so beautifully said, "You don't have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body, and that soul, born of eternity, does not need to prove itself. It only needs to be remembered. What God formed in you was never broken. It was buried beneath layers of performance, fear, and expectation. Now He is peeling those layers away, not to expose your shame, but to reveal your glory. Every act that flows from you now does not need to seek validation, because it is the outpouring of a healed soul. You don't need to convince the world of your value anymore. You are no longer acting for the applause of man, but from the quiet knowing that you were seen and celebrated by heaven before you ever took your first step. You are not on a mission to earn identity. You are walking in the truth of one already given. And when you move from this place, from this deep, holy center, you do not become something. You release what was always inside you. Divine presence, divine purpose. When you serve others, let it not be for praise or position. Let it be because love is your language and grace is your nature. Let your kindness rise, not because you want to be remembered, but because it is who you are. You are not performing goodness, you are reflecting heaven. You are a vessel, a living stream of mercy, not because you've earned it, but because you carry it. And when you give without needing to be seen, when you love without needing to be thanked, something shifts in the spirit. You return to the essence of who God made you to be, a whole soul, unshaken by the world's rewards or its silence. In every selfless act, you are not losing yourself, you are finding yourself again. That's what happens when you pour from love, not lack. You do not dry up, you overflow, because when love is the source, it never runs out. And when you serve from this place, the world may not notice, but heaven roars with joy. You are not proving anything, you are revealing everything. There will come a sacred moment, perhaps not in thunder, not in lightning, but in stillness, when you will stop striving, stop grasping, stop running from one purpose to the next, and realize something holy. You are the purpose. Not your accomplishments, not your reputation, not your ministry, your performance, your effort to be enough. You, your very being is what heaven designed, with intention, with affection, with destiny sealed into your breath. And when that realization dawns, it will not explode like fireworks. It will settle in you like light filling a quiet room. The world may never teach you this. It will tell you purpose is something to earn, to fight for, to chase like a finish line you never quite reach. But God never wrote it that way. He whispered purpose into your bones before you ever opened your eyes to the world. He placed His image in you, not so you could build a name for yourself, but so you could simply be a living revelation of His love. Your presence is not neutral. It shifts atmospheres. It carries the scent of eternity. You are not background noise in creation. You are a chosen vessel, called not to become, but to remember. The truth is this: the world needs what is already in you. Not a shinier version, not a more impressive one, not a louder, more polished, more admired version. The world needs the real you, the tender you, the quiet you, the one who has suffered and risen, the one who sees through the noise and walks in grace, the one who carries peace like a garment and truth like fire, the one who was never meant to chase light because you were made to carry it. And if you're wondering whether this stillness, this aching pause you're in is the end of your calling, hear me clearly now. It is not the end. It is the beginning, the holiest beginning of all. What feels like the extinguishing of your flame is actually the purification of it. The fire that once roared out of pressure is being replaced by one that will never go out. A flame not lit by fear, but by joy. Not driven by achievement, but sustained by truth. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny, wrote C.S. Lewis. And you, yes you, are walking through this fire not to be destroyed, but to be made holy, to be made ready. This is not where it ends. This is where heaven begins. The movement you'll feel next, when it rises, will not come with panic or pressure. It will come with freedom, with divine ease. It will come not because you are desperate to escape something behind you, but because your soul is finally ready to express what's been blooming in the dark. You will act again, but not from the need to be seen. You will build again, but not to earn your place. You will speak again, but this time your words will carry the weight of heaven, not the echo of insecurity. And you will know in your bones that this is no longer about proving anything. This is about revealing what was always true, that your life is a song, heaven composed in silence, that your breath is sacred, that your existence itself is the message. There is no race left to run. There is only life left to live, and you, chosen one, will live it, not under the crushing weight of expectation, but in the lightness of grace. You will stop trying to become what you already are, and from that place of rest, you will move not as a servant of fear, but as an echo of glory. You will not burn out, you will burn on. Because when heaven lights the fire, it does not destroy, it sanctifies. So breathe, trust the slowness, trust the silence, trust the God who is not asking you to be louder, faster, better. He is asking you to be His, and when you are His fully, everything else flows. If today you feel empty, if your heart feels quiet, your spirit paused, your fire dimmed, know this with everything in you. This is not the end. That emptiness is not evidence of failure. It is the sacred space heaven clears before it speaks. It is the silence that precedes revelation. Not absence, but alignment. Not darkness, but a veil pulled back so light can enter differently. The silence of God is not the absence of God, as C.S. Lewis reminded us. When God speaks next, it won't be with thunder or lightning. It won't crash into your world with chaos or noise. It will come like a breath, a hush, a divine whisper that lands so softly yet shakes you at the core. It won't command you, it will invite you. It won't force, it will call. And in that holy moment, everything you thought you lost will return. Not as pressure to perform, not as an identity to prove, but as a quiet knowing. This is who I am. This is what I carry. This is what I was sent for. So now, beloved, rise, not with striving, not with fear, but with the authority that only comes from remembering. You were not placed on this earth by accident. You were not sent here to survive it, to blend in, to conform. You were sent here as a light, not to imitate one, not to chase one, but to be one. You are the light, the real thing, the flame that cannot be extinguished, because it was lit by the breath of God Himself. The world is desperate for what's true, for what's steady, for what carries peace. And whether you feel ready or not, that is exactly what lives inside you. The light the world needs is not far away. It's not in someone else. It's in you. Not the version of you who tries to impress, perform, and become, but the version who returns to stillness and remembers they were always enough. That they were always enough. That they were always enough. The version who returns to stillness and remembers they were always enough. That they were always enough. That they were always enough. That they were always radiant, even when they forgot. You don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to wait to be perfect. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream, Lewis once said. And I tell you now, you are never too far gone to rise. You are not disqualified by delay. You are right on time for a new beginning. The silence you feel is not a void, it's an altar. The pause you're in is not punishment, it's preparation. The voice you've been waiting to hear, it's already moving. The invitation has already been sent. And now all of heaven leans in, not waiting for someone else, but waiting for you, because the light has come, and it wears your name. So shine, not so they can see you, but so that through you, they can see Him. Don't shine so others can see you. Shine so that through you, they can see Him. And when you do, the heavens will say, that one, right there, that is the chosen, that is the light we sent, that is the answer we placed in human form.